Here we are, another video by me. It's 42 degrees Celsius in Australia, and this room is a little hot pot, so yeah, I'm sweating, I'm uncomfortable, and it's just terrible in here. So today we're going to be talking about the 7 deadly sins of writing that I'm guilty of. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So first one is kind of a little one, but I'm bad for it, and it kind of has a bit of an overarching theme as the list goes on. So the first is cross-platform errors. So when I wrote Quinn's Second Son, I had the concept written in my handy-dandy notebook. I had my outline in the handy-dandy notebook, transferred it all over to Google Docs. Then during that process, I started writing, got the first draft out, put it into Word, started to, actually go through and, systematically edit the first draft until I thought it was, decent enough to see to a beta reader. But during that time, I found that, I found it very hard to cross-platform one to the other without errors coming in its way, and then having to, redo all of the layouts of the actual book, how I wanted it to be seen, and as a result, there was some, really weird things happening, different fonts, different sizes that didn't marry up, and so it was pretty much just a real waste of time. But you persevere. Me personally, I like to write with Google Docs and then transfer everything over, because with Google Docs it has the advantage that I can do it on the fly. I've tried to do it with Word on the mobile app, but I don't know, it was just so hard to actually get around, and so I just gave up with Word and stuck with Google Docs, because I just found it so much more simple. So that's number one. Number two is this one's more so in the after you've done, when you're doing the first draft after the concept, it's rolling back and doing the edits and the rereads and tightening things up as you're going along. So yeah, I'm bad for it. I've heard all over YouTube, the best thing to do is just to get it out there, write it out, and well, there is credence to it, because I kind of had to sort of do that with Quinn's Second Son towards the end, because I just found it very difficult to maintain the motivation to keep going. So when you're going back and forth, so I just went, fuck that shit, just go. Get that first draft down. So that's what I did, and then I went back and just added things, and eventually got it to where I wanted it to be in the beta readers section. Got my beta readers, and yeah, we moved on from there. So yeah, that's number two. So number three, I think maybe it's a common thing, I'm not really sure, but not sticking to the outline. So many things were different from the original outline to the end result. I mean, the start was pretty much the same, but it was towards the end and the middle section that really just spiraled out of control, and I had to actually rein myself in and go, right, am I actually sticking to that at all? No? Okay. And so I had to assess what I was doing, and then, move on from there. But not sticking to the outline, that was definitely one of my bads. So try to stick to your outline. It'll save you a lot of grief. All right, number three? Number four. Number four is a loose schedule. There's, again, one of my bads. I'm bad for not having a schedule as per se. I just run with it whenever I can get the time to. I'll do some writing, maybe. We'll get to the next one when it gets to that. It's kind of the overarching theme, but yeah. So my schedule is absolutely horseshit. It's the worst schedule you'll ever have. I just write on the fly when I can, how I can, why I can. Just do it whenever I could. Which actually segues really nicely into number 6 and number 5, number 6, number 5. I've lost my numbers. 5 and 6, which is distractions. Two counts of distractions. We have, you know, the life distraction. You know, oh, we've got someone coming over for dinner. Well, that's really going to make room for my late nights, get in and do my next chapter. Maybe, well, we need to go out and go to somewhere because it's a thing. No writing. So yeah, distraction because of your life getting in the way. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually probably good. That means that I'm not a robot, I guess. But yeah, so we don't like distractions, but we need distractions too. So, and my second distraction is, of course, the creative distraction, and that is the new idea. My God, am I so bad with the new idea distraction. The reason why is because as soon as something comes into my head, I go, right, I've got to pick it up, I'm going to run with it, I'm going to write down what it needs to be, and then I neglect the book that I'm supposed to be working on. That's a bad one. Don't do that. I actually find it very therapeutic to take away the thoughts that I'm currently working on and just go with something else, but it also comes with its penalties as well. That's time that I could be using critically to actually write something, and you know, the book that I'm actually supposed to be working on. So yeah, so that's another fail for me, but hey, I'm only human, right? And finally, number 7. And if you couldn't tell by the overarching theme, the number 7 spot goes to procrastination. Yeah, anyone who actually knows me as a person knows that I am terrible for procrastination. You know, I'll get around to doing that. I'll get around to doing that. Let's see those dishes there. Yeah, I'll do them tonight. Do them in the morning. Grass is getting a little long. I might get around to that eventually. 2 weeks later. Yeah, so procrastination, it's a thing that I do well. I've even got a t-shirt, which is not this one, but yeah, it's World's United Procrastination Unites Tomorrow, something like that. But yeah, so procrastination is my bad thing. And with these videos, my other bad thing is that I ramble a lot. You know, that's just how I do things. But anyway, so I'll probably wrap up here. Yeah, sorry about the new location. Sorry about the sweat. It's just almost dripping from me. It's fucking hot in here. But yeah, so I'll finish up here. You know, do the thing, that thing. Leave a comment. Nice guys like to talk, whatever. Yeah, keep it clean, keep it simple, and keep it beautiful, guys. And I'll try to not procrastinate with my next video. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but even any advice, any suggestions would be really nice, guys. Yeah, I'll leave it there, I guess. So, yeah, I guess peace out, all that good stuff, and I'll see you when I decide to put this ugly mug up again, I guess.